You found Two in the Closet. We're two friends over 50 spill the tea, share the laughs, and talk about all the weird and wonderful and WTF moments of life. I'm Jen.
And I'm Beth, recording from a very real closet because it's the only place we sound this good. And because life's just better with great acoustics and a little secrecy. So shut the door, pour the wine, let's talk. I have a friend who brought up this question that I thought was brilliant. When did I become doable but not dateable?
Oh
Right? Think
my
about that.
God, that is brilliant.
I know. That's what I thought. And I wrote it down. I'm like, that is it.
That is an episode
Yeah.
because
So
there's a lot of times the whoever your partner you would like to be will do you, but they don't want to
they don't
take
want
you
to
on a
date
date.
you. I lived my life like that. God, that was crazy.
It's
And not all my
interesting.
life. Anyway,
Mine
today we're
too.
talking about loneliness, love, and life over 60. So Jen's going to kind of just chime in, but this
Yes.
is my wheelhouse.
Gosh.
Um, and why more and more women are saying, I'm good, thanks. That's okay. So I'm going to let you go over the stats of
Okay.
of loneliness because I think to preface all of that, being over 60 and a lot of us are solo agers. We just did an episode on that. Go back and check that out. But I think as solo agers, it's very easy to fall into a loneliness spiral before you realize it.
I agree with you 100%. Even though
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah. But I think people in general, if you isolate yourself,
you become
yeah,
more
yeah.
lonely.
But there are stats that kind of back that up, right?
So 43% of adults over 60 report feeling lonely. Among women over 40 who are single, 71% say they're not looking for a relationship. By the time you hit 65, that number jumps to around 75%.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. I
Getting
did
very
not know that.
close, very close.
And a Stanford study found women living alone actually age better,
I
which
believe that.
I less stress, stronger immunity,
Lower
yep,
cortisol
less inflammation, better sleep.
and even gene activation for rejuvenation and longevity.
So basically, no man equals Botox for the soul.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
So there are many voices speaking to women choosing not to date. And one woman said, I refuse to date again until I genuinely enjoy being around someone more than I enjoy being alone. And I'm not sure that will ever happen again.
Can I just say that that one woman may or may not have been me?
Was that you, Beth?
No, but that's exactly how I feel. It's exactly how I feel.
So you,
And I said that earlier. I said it has to be somebody that adds to my life and does not take away from my peace. That's a strong order
I think
to
that's
fill.
key in any relationship. But are you open to date a few people to find that, or you just are kind of taking a break on it all in
I
general?
don't know that I don't I don't know that I would date unless it happened completely organically and we both were kind of not really sure what this is, but let's just see what happens, then maybe because that would be very loose and, it didn't have to be a thing.
Right. Not like a
But
forced.
I don't know that I want a thing because we talked about this before. Um, if you're married to somebody, let's say you and Barry end up you're married for 60
Mhm.
years, or let's say 20 more years, right? So 40 years you've been together. Let's say by some weird thing you guys get a divorce and then he remarries. So let's say he remarries somebody that's a little bit younger than him or even right around his age.
Okay.
Um, that woman is getting a man that is in the latter part of his life. So with that comes more health issues,
Right.
more everything,
Right.
right?
100%.
And would I want to be that? Because I would be that woman at my age. I would be some form of a woman that didn't spend the majority of her life with him, right?
Right.
Whether he was in several marriages or one.
Right.
But the point being is, I am sort of inheriting a man who's going to get sick, probably die sooner than me. And, and like, I didn't invest a whole lifetime with this guy. And that can work both
Right.
ways. I
Right.
get it. But I'm just saying, from my perspective, I don't know if I would want to take that on at my later time in life when I never had to do it before and I was never committed to somebody promising to do that for them.
Right.
It's just, it's my personal preference. It's not a judgment on anybody, but for me, I just don't think I don't.
You just
Yeah, I'm not, it's like I don't miss it. I
but
miss making out. Like I would like to make out with a guy and see if something woke up. But
right.
I love making out. So I could be happy with that and then go home and crawl into my bed with my
Right.
cats.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's a good goal to find someone you can make out with.
Yeah, but
But I also think, Beth, you are also comfortable on this journey. I
for
think
sure.
I think that you have really worked on yourself. You are continually going to work on what you
Hmm.
want and bettering your life, and so I think you're very confident
Right.
in that area. And I
And I
think
know
a lot of
that's
women,
I know some people aren't.
yeah,
And that's why I say it's no judgment. It's just
right. It's just what you
my
prefer.
life. I'm cultivating something peaceful, and the peace is like the most important part. So anything that's going to disturb that, I am going to want to banish from
Yeah,
my life,
that makes sense.
and
It's
then it becomes work.
no one
And
wants to
got to
work.
find another one that maybe fits in. And I know that's just me being super selfish, but that's why I chose not to have kids too, because I knew that I wasn't cut from that cloth.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not alone. There are many women that describe life without a partner, and I did a lot of research. I was on TikTok, I was asking questions, I was following accounts that talk to this. So I just was like, wow,
You were
there are a lot
sponge.
of women like me
Oh
out there.
yeah.
I had no idea. So women describe life without a partner as more peaceful, drama free, financially free, more self worth, no cheating, no mess. I love that. No abuse. I was watching this one woman who said she was like, the three things she loves about being single is she can get up from her bed and go into her bathroom and nobody else's stuff is in there. She's got all of her skincare products.
True
She
stuff.
doesn't have to wait to use the bathroom or have to go into the bathroom right after something happened.
Oh yeah, that's a tricky one. I have
And
to
I'm like,
say.
that if I was ever in a relationship, we would have to be a two bathroom. I have the men I've lived with before, it was a two bathroom situation.
Yeah,
So
that's very
yeah.
nice to have a
But
two
anyway,
bathroom.
it's not just women who talk about women choosing to be alone. Um, well, not just directly at women, but Robin Williams said the worst thing in life isn't being alone, it's being with people that make you feel alone. So
I
really
love this one.
take
I
that
love
to
this one.
heart, right? There are some people that you can be around 24/7 and you can feel like you're isolated completely.
Or even in a relationship, feeling alone. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
people that have
Yeah.
that.
And Steve Harvey said, a woman with a very small circle of friends is a very secure woman. And don't I know that that is true? So it turns out solitude isn't scary. It's power. It's like using it's like the good china of midlife and using it,
I like that.
right?
Good dishes.
Yeah. So not everybody wants to date, myself included. So I went on a hunt for things that I could get involved in. Personally, I feel like I've been too isolated and my friends live too far away for regular connection. So I really needed to find a way to make connection in the place where I live.
Right.
So I went on a hunt for things and I found some really good ones, and I keep getting more and more flooding my news feed. So that's kind of good because it tells me that
You're not alone.
not that I'm not alone, but that women are collectively and consciously coming together because they've chosen not to date. And it's a beautiful thing because it's women supporting women and, getting together and coming together as community. So,
It could be just as powerful as being in a relationship sometimes. Well, it's different.
okay.
I don't know if
Um,
that made sense.
so I found a couple that really appeal to me. There's this group called WLTHWLKS. So you take out the vowels and it's Wealth Walks.
Oh, I
Wealth
love
Walks.
that. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, and it's groups. They pair you with two other female entrepreneur or business owners, and you schedule walks together. And it could be you could use that time for anything. You could, support each other, learn,
Yeah.
network, talk about your lives, your families, do whatever.
But you walk while you're
But you
talking?
walk. Yeah. So I like that because that is super simple. If you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, that's a really like soft in, you don't have to dive into giant groups. Uh, I found the Hank app, and this is for older people. It's free. And what it does is you can put your zip code or city in, and it will show you in order of closeness in proximity all the activities that are going on around you that are free.
That is so cool.
And it is cool. And it's got meetups in there, and it'll tell you if it's a Hank sponsored event or if it's, somebody, if it's a meetup or whatever. But I'm assuming you can create a meetup, which I honestly, until a couple of weeks ago, I didn't know there still was meetup,
I
but there
didn't
is.
know until you.
Yeah. But so you schedule a meetup and then you can post it in Hank also to spread the word further.
Oh,
But they have like every kind of thing imaginable, from nature walks to trash cleanup volunteering to going to the museum to concerts in the park. It's just everything that, and there's going to be something for everybody on there, right? And it tells you the date and the time and location. Some of, like I said, it ranks it in proximity to where you live. So
I think this is a great thing that
yeah, yeah, and it's for older people to keep connected.
I want to play Rummy Q and I can never find anyone to play with me. Rummy Q. I think I might look something up
What does that have to do with senior citizens?
because I might look for a club that I
Oh,
play Rummy Q.
okay,
Yeah, sorry.
okay. You're not allowed in this club.
Oh, but are there clubs that?
Just kidding.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
just kidding. You're not old enough to be in this club.
oh.
So
Okay.
take your little rubby cube or whatever it's called,
Rummy Q.
and go to the children's table.
I'm not. Listen, I'm 52. I'm not much younger than you.
Okay. So meetups, hiking clubs. I see hiking clubs all, and I'm a part of a couple of Orange County women's hike groups on Facebook. And so somebody will schedule probably like every 2 weeks or so. Some days work, some days don't for me. I have yet to show up to any of them, but I do have an intention to do that because they go to places that I've wanted to hike, and
Right.
it'd be nice to go with somebody who's been. Um, Pickleball.
Oh my God. I want to play pickleball.
I played pickleball 2 weeks ago
No way.
for my first time, and I loved it. I don't know. Well, I don't know. We only knew a couple of the rules.
Yeah, I don't know any rules.
Yeah, I just know that there's a kitchen that you cannot serve into, and you have to serve diagonally. But I'm not sure how the serving.
Play.
Which it was fun.
Would you play with me?
I would. I definitely would.
It
I
sounded
got
weird, but yeah.
only to you.
Right. But I want to do that because I
No, it
love
was
and
fun.
such a good time.
Yeah,
Such a good time.
I think I used to play tennis as a kid, and I was a pretty decent tennis player. But this is so much easier. And I think for me, it's because you're playing the same game in essence, but you don't, there's not the weight of the whole
Tennis.
racket,
Yeah.
and it's made of different material. And that little paddle is just so much, and
It's
the
not,
ball,
yeah.
like
I
it
feel like
takes
it's
less
easier.
effort. Yeah.
I feel like it's easier to do
Yeah,
than
yeah. I think I found it easier.
yeah.
Like my serves landed. I was
You were
in it. I was in it.
in it.
Anyway, pickleball. Everybody loves pickleball. Travel groups for solo women. So my my girl who does my hair took two two trips so far with a company called EF Go Ahead Tours. And those are specifically for solo women.
Hmm.
And so it could be any age, but I love that because she's in our demographic. So and she felt very comfortable
I
and
love that.
very included in the tour. So she went to South Africa and then she went to Croatia. And
Wow.
she went to Croatia first and loved it so much that she booked the South Africa with them. So highly recommend those solo tour companies. And especially if it's, over 50 or 60, you're not going to be traveling with a bunch of energized
Not 20 year
bunnies.
olds.
Yeah, that. Um, yeah, so highly recommend all that. Oh, and then the last one, almost forgot. I did something in our research for the pod, as I do. I joined an organization called Real Roots. I saw this on my Facebook feed, and it was talking about gathering small groups of women that are like-minded, have the same interests, and that ask some political and drug usage, alcohol usage. So it's like
Oh,
I really dialed in. I
they got specific.
Yeah, and I felt like it was more extensive than any dating app I had ever been on before. But I appreciate that because I want to make friends in my community, and I don't want to have to weed out people because of,
How
whatever.
they're doing in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah. So the first, it's a series of 7 evenings every Tuesday in our group. And so the first night is the meet and greet where you kind of learn about everybody.
I
So
love
we had
that.
about 12 women at this picnic table. We were at a ale house, and we had to go around the room and I think say 3 things about ourselves. And when I tell you that I had some connection to every single one of
Wow.
those other 11 women, I was blown away. Like, one woman is dealing with her estranged husband. He's got brain cancer. I have a friend with brain cancer. It was like
Wow.
another girl works in HR and payroll. I work in HR and payroll. Another went to Egypt for 2 years. I went to Egypt. It was like I had a
There was
boom, boom, boom.
something.
Yeah, I was going to be able to talk to each one of them about
I
something,
love that.
which was just so perfect. So then that's a meet and greet, and then if you want to join it, then you join, and you are guided through 6 evenings and then one on your own. Here's the thing I love about this, because at the end of this night, four of us had kind of circled up and we were all talking. We're like, what's to stop us from just exchanging our phone numbers with each other and not joining this and just,
Going off and
being
yeah,
friends?
right.
Yeah, getting to know each other. But none of us did it.
I
None of
love
us did it. Like, because we just didn't, it didn't occur. I mean, it occurred, but it didn't occur to take action on that, right? I don't know if we were just in some way silently honoring the process or whatever. Anyway,
maybe.
so then I join, and then they start a group chat in their app for the people that were at the meeting, and with the guide who, is encouraging us all to sign up and everything. And then um some people were active on that chat and some weren't. So the next Tuesday you go, and that's the first of the series. Now you know who's going to be in your group for the
Okay.
rest of the time. And when I tell you that I had my favorites that I was hoping would join, and started feeling like I hope he calls,
I
It's
hope she
like,
comes.
yeah, it's like I hope they show up. I hope they
Were you
join.
nervous?
Not nervous, but it was just it was an awareness. It was like dating again,
Kind of
It
like
was like,
you hope you have lunch with your friends in
y-
school.
yeah, like I hope they asked me to sit there. But in a dating
Right,
perspective, it
right.
was like I hope she shows up. I hope she joins, right? And so then when we get to that first night, there's another group of women that have been merged with us, and they do this by age. So my group is 45 and plus.
Okay.
So they there was a group of younger women, because not all of their group the prior week signed up, and then not all of our group signed up, so they merged us. And that first week I didn't realize that we were that age diverse, that we were opposite ends. And it's okay, but you could tell that those women gravitate to
We're
those women in that age
right.
group, and likewise with us, which
Get
is not
group together.
not good or bad, right? It just is. So what I love about this is that first of all, if I want to make new friends in my community, it's not like I'm going to go hang out at a bar, right?
Right.
And women walk in and then they think you're hitting on them. Or like,
Right.
I'm just trying to make friends, you know? Like, where do you go to make friends? Obviously, the aforementioned hikes and meetups and
Right.
things like that and social activities. But I'm just thinking to myself, it's really hard to make friends. It's really hard
It's very hard when you're
to
older, I think.
yeah, to invest that time and energy. So what I love about Real Roots is they have a guide that takes you through those 6 7 nights and kind of guides the conversation and make sure that everything runs smoothly and that everybody's voice is in the circle. So basically, we would have a theme each night. One was friendship. You know, who do you show up at? Who are you? How would your friends define you in your friend groups? You know, and so we all kind of
Okay.
shared about that. So we got to know each other from what their friends think of them or
Oh
what
my
they think
goodness.
they think their friends think of them. Um, so that was really cool. And then one night was on family, one was on relationships in general and and I loved it because at the end it was like, what do you need support with? You know, so you could share if you felt, it was just really, really nice.
It sounds like they really try to get to know you
Yeah.
of a person.
Hmm.
This should be like dating apps. I don't
I
even think
know.
they do this on dating apps.
No. And I thought that it just it was a beautiful way to meet a group of women and then go on this journey for 7 weeks and see where that goes. So it's like dating for 7 weeks and
Right.
deciding if you want to be exclusive. It's weird because you cannot miss the correlation with the dating. And here talk about correlations. Okay. I'm gonna go off sidebar here for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Love Island. I watch Love Island and it's couples that get paired and then get repaired with other
Right.
people. It's just a whole like orgy, and they all sleep in the same bedroom, but they all have, I guess, TV show issue for the show phones. And when they're all just lounging around the pool, just laying around, somebody will get a text and it will be their instructions for a challenge or
Oh
whatever,
yes, just apps.
recoupling or whatever the
Right.
case may be. So it's so funny because they'll all be laying around in their little skimpy bikinis and guys will be pumping iron, on the
Right.
scene. And then, oh, I got a text. I got a text.
Very well
I
done.
know. I practiced. So Real Roots puts you all into a chat group on their app, right? And while we are out for the first night of our paid for series, we're at dinner and I see what I just saw on my phone. What is on my phone right now?
A notification.
From Real Roots.
Real
That's so
roots.
funny. So
That is
I would,
funny.
I would, somebody would be sitting and see that, and then they'd open it up and be like, I got a text. And I'm like, oh, we are on Love Island.
Wait, this is
We're on,
hilarious.
we're on Friendship Love Island.
I love that.
But yeah, so what they would do plus in addition to those nights, that's what the text was. They were matching 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 to have one-on-one outings.
Okay.
And so we were supposed to have that
It is like
one-on-one.
dating.
It is like
It
dating.
is dating.
It's like Love Island and The Bachelorette with a room full of other
Yeah. It's
bachelorettes.
like,
And who's going to get, to be friends at the end of it? I don't know.
yeah.
But it's like the best of all parts, I think. So then we would have one-on-ones with each other. So that was wonderful too. And then at the end of all of this, I mean, I've already made friends. I've already bonded with a couple of people. It's funny, my one-on-one, all these people are in a different city except me and one other girl. And
And
we're
that's
from
who you bonded
and
with.
we're the same. Yeah, we're in the same city. And so our one-on-one was with each other this week. So I did something I haven't done in 10 years. I went to the driving range and hit a bucket of golf balls, which was wonderful. Like, I can't believe my body still remembers that. But we did that and played on the putting green for a while and then had a really amazing dinner and talked way past the bill. It's just really, really great. Like, we really connect. And her family's from the same hillbilly state that I'm from.
Sounds like a perfect match.
It's so weird.
Date
It's
your
so weird.
friends.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
But that's what, and then another girl uh told us all that she really wants to go see the B-52s, and
Are they playing?
they're playing at the Hollywood Bowl
Okay.
in October. B-52s and somebody else, I can't think. Anyway, so she talked three of us into going, and this is after the series will be over, so four of us have bonded, and now we're going to a rock concert together. So it's really, really
That's
cool.
just awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And the women that are younger that are in our group, um, I looked at that at first, like once I realized that because the first night I'm like, these women are not in 45 and older. Like they look like babies.
Right. Well, that's
So yeah, so then I realized, oh duh, they're a younger demographic just put in with us. And I had a one-on-one with one of them, and I realized during the conversation, which was wonderful, we spent a super long afternoon together just talking over coffee and Dubai chocolate crepes. Oh my God. Yes, I said that. Anyway,
close.
in my city. Um, so we had this wonderful conversation, and it occurred to me that in that conversation, I realized that some of the things I had shared with her could be really useful for her as she grows older. So, in a way, kind of like a mentor, and so that's a beautiful part of it
So it was
too.
meant to, you guys were meant to meet.
Yeah. So at the end of our 7 weeks together, we pick, oh, so they pick activities. I do want to talk about that because again, 45 and older, keep that in mind. I'm 64, almost 65. I'm the oldest one in the group. Um, so they pick activities. They wanted us to go roller skating.
Mm. I've been
And
roller skating since I've been
yeah,
here
well, the
too.
last time I did it was about 4 years ago, and I fell really hard and wrecked my knee. And I
Ooh,
said that day, I don't need
don't
to do
say
this
you
anymore.
weren't going to go back.
And there are some other women that, are older and, maybe not that active like that. So we were having dinner one night and we're like, we don't want to roller skate. Like, there are so many other things. Like we suggested throwing axe, which I'd
Mm.
love to do, bowling, anything like something active, but
Right, but
not
not
that.
right.
And so they swapped us to pickleball, which we got to play. I played pickleball for the first time and I loved it. I'm hooked and I get it. I
I
get
get
all
it
the
too.
hype.
I get the
Yeah.
hype. I do.
It's just so much fun. The only thing is it was indoors and it was about 80 degrees outside, so it was like a
Mm.
sweat lodge,
Yeah. I'd rather play
plus
outside.
pickleball. Yeah. But so anyway, Real Roots overall, I give 2 thumbs up. So that's enough about Real Roots. I did a whole infomercial for
Well, no, it's
them.
good to know
And you
because
can call. No.
people are lonely
Hmm.
and they don't know where to look and where to go.
Yeah.
So I think this information is absolutely
Yeah.
important.
And then there are some people that still want to date. So yay you. I was actually for this episode, I was going to create a profile on a couple of singles apps and, see what happened, go on a couple dates maybe. And then I decided not to because I was really loving my experience with Real Roots. And that turned out to be a 2 night a week thing, which I didn't realize.
Oh, wow.
We thought it was a one night, but
You go
then
out
with
twice a week?
with the one-on-one, you do the one-on-one with somebody every week too.
Damn, you're very busy.
I know. It's like dating, I tell you. So I decided not to do the singles dating because I don't really want to put effort into that. So that's
Do
all.
you think it's just temporary or do you think that you'll revisit it or you're
I've felt like this for quite a while, so I don't know that it's going anywhere, and I'm okay with that. You asked me those questions like you're worried about me.
I'm not worried about you at all because I know you can
But
hold your
it's
own.
I know, but it's almost like you're like, don't you want to try again?
Well, I just want, from me, I just want you to be happy and to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, well, it's not going to be a dating app, and I'm not
right.
alone.
No, I know you're
A
not.
lot of women feel
It
that
comes out, it comes from love.
I know, and I appreciate that. A lot of women report that dating apps are like high risk, low reward. And
Yeah,
I get that from when I was on dating apps. It was first of all, it was a part-time job and sometimes more of a full-time job.
100%. And it's not the be all end all.
No, no. And if it's meant to happen, it'll happen organically. But if you're more of a voyeur, than a participant in love, I also have an option for you. You're turning red, Jen.
I'm sorry.
Ladies, come closer.
Yeah, this is good.
If you're on TikTok, you probably already have seen him. But if you're not on TikTok and you need some inspiration, there's this wonderful sensation called Jonathan Cain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
10 plus.
Moment of
Silence.
blessing.
Right, exactly. Beth showed me this.
He makes enticing videos for women of all ages, but what he does is he's created a space for women to experience aspects of themselves that they've never previously explored or known about. What I love about him is he's almost shy, and he's got this little boyish, definitely a boyish charm,
Definitely.
but he he talks to women and treats women in a sexy way, but with real respect. Like, you can tell he genuinely loves women, and he loves the feedback that he gets from women that share that, they weren't comfortable being intimate, or, something to do with their partner that didn't really work for them. And they discovered a part of them by watching him. And he doesn't do, first of all, it's not porn.
Right. No, we're not talking about porn.
No, but he does these cute videos. He's got a lot of tattoos, and he's got a smile that will light up Chicago.
He does have a good smile.
And just an impish grin. But he'll just like look in and he'll just say, "Come here, good girl." The way he does it, it's like
It's very subtle.
I think now is a good time to share my screen.
I think so too.
We're gonna try something here, listeners. If you don't know who he is, I hope you're not offended by him, but I do want to show you who I'm talking about. That's okay. So that is Jonathan Cain.
Was he cleaning or?
That looks like Clorox wipes. Yeah. He does do videos of him cleaning without a shirt on. It's inspiring.
I just would like to know where his hand is, but that could be a different conversation.
So anyway, that's Jonathan Cain. So like I said, that's if you need a break. Damn, a little sweat on the brow. Yeah. But like I said, it's just it's entertainment, and if you're not into dating, but you want a little, inspiration for maybe your own solo date, if you know what I mean. And if you're more into spiciness, he also does have an OnlyFans account where you can get more of Jonathan Cain, and he takes requests. I'm not on there, but he talks about it. He talks about it on TikTok. So I just want to be clear.
It's like a private.
Well, it's OnlyFans that you have to pay to. I do know it's only $15 a month, but I haven't joined it.
Sure, Beth. Sure.
That picture I took off of his TikTok, and it's a video because he doesn't do stills anyway.
Whatever works.
Whatever. And that works.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So ask me why would I date? Like right. I just shut the computer screen and he's gone, right?
Exactly.
But anyway.
Sleep alone. You don't have to hear snoring.
No blanket stealing. Yes. So dating at 60 sometimes feels like thrift shopping. And actually, I think dating at any age could feel like that. But lots of digging, a few questionable smells, and maybe, just maybe, one gem worth taking home. Am I right or am I right?
You are right.
Okay. So there's this woman on TikTok that Jen's she struggles with this name for a little bit, but she there you go. So,
I have to say it fast.
But she has this video that just really, really touched me. It's lessons in wisdom after 60. And she's in a house dress, if you remember those. No, it's a house dress. It's cotton. It's like almost like my mom would sleep in those, but she'd also walk around the house in them too, right? With or without underwear.
Okay.
No judgment. Anyway. She had some slightly humorous and reflective thoughts. What did she tell us?
She said, "Your body deserves your kindness, not your war."
I love that so much.
I know.
That was like a dagger to my heart.
Me too. Peace will feel boring until you lose it. Guard it.
That is true also.
So true. Love that. Being soft isn't weakness, it's proof you survived.
Yeah.
I like that. This one I love. No is a full sentence. You don't need more than that. Wear the fancy clothes even on the couch.
That I don't have any inclination to do that, but
I don't.
I celebrate you and your Burning Man tutu
Okay.
on your couch.
Right. I am not one of these people who like dress up to stay in the house.
No,
There
I
are
want to be
some people, yeah,
comfortable.
there are some people that do that, and
Hmm.
that is okay. Stop shrinking. You're allowed to take up space.
We all need to remember that. And
Yes.
as we get older, we do start to shrink because society contributes to that because they put less
100%.
value on you as you get older, unless you're famous or rich. So it's very, very easy to make your life small. And I think that's what I was doing. Now that we're saying this out loud, I just had a realization that I was starting to shrink my life. I mean, I already had a pre-shrunk life that I don't go anywhere outside of a 5 mile radius for shopping. So
You have explored.
I know, but I'm just saying, I was, you could conceive that I was starting to shrink my life down. So now I'm starting to expand it again.
I'm really happy for you.
I'm very happy for me too.
Yeah, I'm really
It's been a
happy.
really good experience.
Well, with that being said, I'm going to put on my sequins for Costco. Try to stop me.
I would never, but now I will go buy a membership just so I can go in. Video you going up and
I
down
know.
the
With my
aisles.
sequin straps
Yes.
and my gym shoes.
And could you put the tutu on too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I have a whole visual.
Yeah. And my goggles.
You got to go back and watch the Burning Man episode
Yeah.
for that reference. But at the end of the day, whether we're dating, we're solo traveling, or binge watching on the couch, which is me, in the words of Carrie Bradshaw, and I'm sorry if you haven't already seen the ending, but this might be a spoiler. This is from Just Like That. At the very last scene, she said, she wasn't alone. She was on her own.
I love that.
I That
Ruined
just
it for
sent
everyone.
chills
It's
through
okay.
my spine. I
It's
ruined
okay.
it for everybody. It's been
It's
out
okay.
for 3
Yeah,
months.
exactly.
I
It's
can't wait forever for you people to catch up with your streamers.
exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that, ladies,
This
might
might
just
just
be
be
the
a glow
glow
up
up of the
after
six.
60.
Yeah. Yeah. I,
This was fun. I learned a lot actually.
well, let this be me mentoring you as
Yes.
well as you age, as you
You grow.
follow my
Yes.
footsteps.
I
But
will.
until next time, I'm Beth.
Jen.
This is Two in the Closet.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thanks for hanging out with us in the closet. I'm Beth,
And I'm Jen.
and this has been Two in the Closet, your place for laughs, real talk, and maybe a little oversharing. Make sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you like what you heard, leave us a review. It helps more women find the closet.
Until next time, keep the door closed and the conversations going.